Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me, taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
I got to tell you, John, I was waiting for you last week. I had Angelo Vivolo on the show. He was furious. I spoke to Joe Piscopo. He was furious. And let's not forget, that was the Italians. Also left out Borough Park and all the Jewish neighborhoods in Williamsburg. Also left out, like Hell's Kitchen for the Irish. This mayor left out Astoria. Your people, the Greeks. Were you angry? You didn't care.
They can't torture us. You know why?
Why?
We don't give a crap.
We don't care.
No. What happens? The Jews care the most.
We do.
Italians
because
care
we
a lot.
take the biggest beating. That's why.
But you know why? But then they give you a bigger beating.
I know.
Because when they see you react,
I know.
they say, well, and they laugh. And they go, and let's beat him up some more.
I know. No, I know. You're right about that.
You want to beat up me, Astoria? I don't give a crap.
That's because you never go to Astoria.
I'll go. No, I go. I love Astoria.
Do you
nice
go?
people. Nice people. Yeah.
No, I know. They're great people. We love it there.
And I have some great Greek restaurants there.
Yes, they do.
And it's plain good food.
It's fantastic
Yeah.
food. We eat Greek food every week. My place is Telio's on the Upper West Side. They do a great job.
My big problem is, with Italian food, if I go to Brooklyn and I order chicken parmesan or veal parmesan, they give me 5 pieces of cheese on top. and then you end up dying from coronary disease.
Very, very bad.
And one guy, a good friend of mine that worked for Fox, and we went out to lunch. He would love good veal parmesan with 5 pieces of cheese on top. I took him to an East Side restaurant. And the East Side restaurant, people are more careful what they eat.
Yes.
They had the veal parmesan with one slice.
That was it. Yeah.
And he was so disappointed.
He hated it.
I mean, it was so good.
Of course.
But he was so disappointed.
Well, you got that Italian restaurant by your place. Is it Elio's?
Bottom line, you ready?
Yeah.
It's very sad. He died at the age of 53.
He did.
And his father, who worked for us as a meat supervisor, died at the age of 48. If you eat wrong, Sid, now one of the things with Senator Lindsey Graham, I'm trying to confirm it. I was talking to Greg Kelly yesterday. And he had Trump on last night.
He did.
Yeah. I was talking to Greg Kelly yesterday. I think most of those senators fly those C-17s. And 71 years old, it's not a healthy thing to do. Those C-17s are meant for 22-year-olds, 33-year-olds, 44-year-olds, not necessarily for 70.
Why is that?
Because the atmosphere in those airplanes. I'll give you an example. I'm going to move up on an airplane now. My G4. I'm happy with it. I've owned it for 20 years, and it's a great interior. I'm happy with it. But at 45,000 feet, it has a 7,000-foot atmosphere. Now, the new G550 or G650 has an atmosphere of 4,000 feet.
But why are you going 45,000 feet anyway?
Because that's where we go.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't it usually 35,000?
No, well, that's for commercial craft.
Gotcha.
And my G2 I had originally, my Gulfstream 2 had the old rocket engines.
Yeah.
Our ceiling was 51,000 feet. And when we used to fly the Concorde was 61 to 63,000.
It was that much, huh?
Yes.
I remember
and
that plane.
You could see the curvature of the Earth. We owned half the British Airways terminal was ours, so we had relationships flying
Very
each other's
cool.
plane.
So when are you getting? Are you getting a new plane soon, or?
I want to get it. You know why?
Yeah.
I'm 77 years old. Why? Why not?
Why not? Yeah, absolutely.
I'll leave an extra 20, 30 million less in my inheritance.
Hey, you're funny. I do want to ask you, though, about Lindsay and your personal relationship. I think you guys knew each other pretty well, right?
We knew each other pretty well. I remember the last party I went to. Margot couldn't go with me, so I took Lolly Weymouth from the Washington Post.
Yep.
And she was to his party, Lindsey Graham's party. And we had a very good time. And you know what the sad thing is? Lolly's gone.
Oh.
And, you know.
He's gone.
And he's gone.
But, you know, President Trump, who obviously you and I are both very friendly with him, and again, great job by Greg Kelly, had him on TV last night. And I'll see the boss on Saturday. You're the boss, the president. But what he does, he right away says, let's put his sister, who has zero political experience, but yet plenty, because she was with Lindsey so often. How nice of a gesture was that by the president?
You want to know something? All you need is common sense. That's all you need. You know, I think I had a common sense audio going around the station. I said, what happened to Mr. Smith goes to Washington?
I heard that. It was great.
Yeah.
It was great.
You know, we need more doctors. We need more, accountants. We need more, common sense business people. I mean, how many lawyers can you have in Congress?
I don't know.
And the thing I'm really annoyed about is that we can't listen to all these lobbyists. You know, and
in terms of what though? What exactly?
We can't control our Congress. We can't control our country because of lobbyists. We have to use more common sense.
Oh, that I agree with. Now the problem with the common sense people are, I agree with that. I'm with you with the lobbyists. The common sense people are, a lot of our listen, folks. Common sense people are the successful people. Okay, they're the millionaires or the billionaires like John. They're leaving. Not only is money leaving New York City,
there was an article.
Common sense.
Well, there was an article in the New York Post yesterday, and they said with all the people that are leaving New York City alone, it's going to affect the budget by $11 billion.
$11 billion.
Now, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know why? When you have a budget of 127 and you're already borrowing $8 billion from the state,
bang,
another $11 billion, you're going to be short $20 billion.
That's right.
You know, I mean, somebody has to come to a reality check. And a lot of people are knowledgeable. I usually have on my show on Sunday people from our city, that the Citizens Budget Commission and people like that.
Yeah.
You know why? Because you need the pulse of the situation. Paul Zuba from the state.
Terrific.
And you get the pulse of what's really going on. Look, I'm concerned about the way the state has surrendered to the mayor. Look, I have nothing. You know me. I have nothing against the mayor.
Come on. He's trying to screw you with the supermarkets. Look what he's doing now with the supermarkets. Come on, John.
No, absolutely. But he might be screwing himself. Don't forget that.
How?
Oh, well, when you're short $20 billion, listen, I said on Fox last week, when they're going to spend $70 million to create 5 supermarkets, that's not a good economic situation.
No.
I could probably open 15 stores for $70 million. And
it's not even going to be 70. I heard it's going to be more like 150 million.
Well,
maybe 30 million apiece, John.
When you give out contracts in New York City, what happens? Have you ever seen a contract given out to New York City contractors that doesn't come back as double?
Never.
Double coupons.
Never. And he's got to meet with some of those contractors and union people this week. I do want to get to one other thing, though, because you know everything and you're interesting. We talked about the Greeks, okay? And I know you love Trump like I love Trump. And I criticize Trump, but I still love him. But this deal with Turkey, F-35s to Turkey.
It'll never happen.
It'll never happen.
It'll never happen.
And if it does happen, because Erdogan is trying to kill the Greeks.
It'll never happen.
Now, why do you say that?
Because I'm telling you.
There's no way.
No way.
Okay. Then there's nothing to worry about. The BBC was pretty worried.
Listen. Bibi, you had a great interview with him.
Thank you.
Bibi does a great job for his people. And whatever he does, Trump doesn't say don't do it. But Bibi is doing a great job. And the Israeli forces are the surrounding people worry about them.
Yeah.
Because they take no prisoners.
They take no prisoners. So
and good for them.
So
good for them.